The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
This is more than just tax reform. This is tax cutting, to put it in a very simple term. We're going to cut taxes. We're going to reduce taxes for people, for individuals, for middle-income families. We're going to reduce taxes for companies, and those companies are going to produce jobs.
That's Trump talking about 15%. He wants to cut taxes to 15%. But Congress, they don't get it. So you can't do that. We'll accept 20 to 25%. So let's go that way. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country off the Wall Street Radio Network. That's what's happening. And when you get Paul Ryan and McConnell, they're saying, you don't understand how Washington works. And Trump says, that's the problem. I don't like the way it works. I do understand how it works, and I don't want to work the way Washington works. And of course, they're shooting back, McConnell and Ryan, and saying, but you don't get it. You can't just do what you want to do. It's not like business. And he's shooting back, says, well, you should be. We could get something done. I mean, why not? Why? What's wrong with 15%, 10%? Can't you think out of the box? So they had this big meeting with Trump at the White House, and the administration tax reform negotiators who met with Trump begged him to go for a 25%, 20 to 25%. And he said, no. He said, I want the 15%, and you guys got to get it through. So again, he's being told by Ryan and McConnell, politics are different than running a business. You can't simply have whatever you want whenever you want it, as you did in business. And Trump's saying, I do want it that way, and I'm going to get it that way. Why not? The problem is you politicians don't understand we work for the people. You've been up here so long, 30 and 40 years, he tells McConnell. You've been up here too long. You really believe that people work for you. They're your servants. You really believe they have the responsibility of keeping you in the lifestyle that you've come accustomed to for the last 30 years. You really believe that. You, the Congress, you, the leaders, who could never go out into the private sector and make the north side of $30,000. You couldn't do it. You've been in Washington too long. So there's a big fight going on. And Trump is sticking to his guns, and he should. Why should Trump change? See, that's the problem. Every time a new congressman goes to Washington, after a year, he changes. He becomes one of the boys. See, it's the politicians who don't understand work ethic. They're working for us. They don't get that. They think we are responsible to keep them in their lifestyle they become so accustomed to. The system has to be changed, not Trump. Look, Trump got his baptism, his Washington baptism, under Obamacare. When he went in, he didn't know. He went in and he's thinking, well, it's like business. I'll get it done. We'll figure it out. The Congress should just repeal it. I'm the president. We have control of the House. We have the control of the Senate. Let's repeal it. Then let's replace it, even though we don't know yet what we're going to replace it with. That's what I did with the ice skating rink in Central Park. Taking like 15 years to build the thing, still not done. So what did he do? Trump said, I'll build it. So he went in and he got that ice skating ring. He got that ice skating ring in no time at all. No time at all. And then what he does, they went to get the permit, and they didn't have the blueprints. They didn't have the blueprints for the ice skating ring to get the permit. He had it all built before getting a permit. Now, of course, he had the mayor on his side. He could do that. So what did he do? This beautiful ice skating rink, he had an architect come in and design the plans after it was built. And this is how entrepreneurs work. This is how they get things done. They think out of the box. In Washington, it takes them too long to find a box. Even if they're going to decide to think out of a box, it would take them 2 years to find the box. They'd argue over the box they're going to think out of. Or they're going to argue if it is a box. See, to say that they got to change Trump is stupid. This man accomplished more as a president than any other presidents. Now they're holding back on the big agendas on him because they're mad, they're angry. Because he's not part of that political establishment class. He doesn't get in line. So the biggest deal right now is to get these tax cuts through and get that tax cut to 15% and get it done now. Otherwise, Mitch McConnell and the boys, the other members of the establishment class, they're not going to raise the debt ceiling. If they don't raise the debt ceiling, they're saying, well, you better get along with Mitch McConnell, because he's got to raise the debt ceiling. And he holds the keys to the debt ceiling. If he doesn't want to raise it, he doesn't. He just won't raise it because he's got the keys. And Trump, that's the last thing you say to Trump. Oh, really? He's got the keys? Are you kidding? I'm the president, and he's got the keys? And he's not going to raise the debt ceiling and screw me? We'll see. And that's how Trump is. He takes it as a challenge.
We had a very good meeting with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. We agreed to a 3-month extension on debt ceiling, which they consider to be sacred, very important. Always will agree on debt ceiling. So we have an extension which will go out to December 15th. That'll include debt ceiling, that'll include the CRs, and it'll include Harvey, the amount of money that to be determined.
Now, what he's done, he's really going to get McConnell and Ryan grumpy. He's gone over to the Democrats now. He said, the Republicans don't want to work with me? I'll work with the Democrats. I mean, the Republicans don't work with me. They've been screwing me. How about if I go to Republicans? I'll work with them. See, he thinks out of the box. They don't know how to handle him. They don't know how to handle him. Because, see, Washington doesn't want success. That's the last thing they think we need is a success story. A politician, that's the last thing they want is a success story for the United States. Or they can't stay in office. They got to keep having meetings to decide what meeting they're going to have. You know they never finish anything because they keep having meetings to decide what meeting they're going to have, so they keep kicking everything down the road. That's why they have so many committees. Ever notice how many committees they have? They got a committee for everything. That way they don't have to make a decision. If you got a committee, you don't make a decision. Trump says, the hell with that. So now he's smart. He goes over to the other side. Now he has to take a shower after he finishes talking with Chuck Schumer and talk with Pelosi. He has to take 2 or 3 showers to get the gruff off him, to get the soil off him after talking to them. But he'll make the deal go through. And see, we need that tax cut. Now, if we don't get the tax cut, what's going to happen? The market will have a minimum of a 10% correction, and my gang members will be in position to take that 10%, take advantage of that 10%, and short the market. And it will show up so quick, it will give us a sell signal so quick that we can make money shorting. So we're not fearful of that. But you've got to put yourself in a position. Do you think your planners are going to put you in a position if the tax cuts don't go through and the market starts collapsing 10, 20%, they will have protected you? What are you, nuts? I'll do that for you. That's why you join the gang. 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market. The Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the Max Vest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the Max Vest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang Max Vest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
This assures our Harvey victims that FEMA won't run out of money just at a time when they need it most. And these next 2 to 3 weeks are really critical on the relief and the beginning of recovery. And secondly, it sends a signal to the rest of the world America will pay its debt in full, on time. And so I think that's an important step.
What are you, nuts? FEMA? Do you know that FEMA wasn't established until about 1980, sometime in 1980, under Carter? I think FEMA is a joke. You know, the government, they always come up with something that sounds good, but then the money guys get in and they figure out, the wealthy, the money guys get in and figure out how to work it for themselves. You got houses in the Carolinas that's right on the ocean that have been hit 3 times, 4 times, and they keep rebuilding and rebuilding them with our money, with the money of people who live in the mountains. It's become a joke. FEMA is a joke. They took FEMA, the very wealthy, who had influence, who wanted to build right on the ocean, where it was going to get in a place you shouldn't build, where it's going to get flooded. So with their power, with their money, they could go by Congress and they could get the insurance, build their house with the comfort knowing that you and I will rebuild it for them every time a hurricane takes it down, when they shouldn't be working there. That's FEMA. That's a joke. I think you get rid of FEMA. And if you're in a flood zone and you want to build, that's your problem. I also think you should take the folks, if the government wants to lay out these big maps and say your house is in a 100-year floodplain and you're like 30 miles away from the ocean or any water, which they do many times, then instead of having FEMA, why don't the local government, the state, the city, the county, then say to the person, here's what we're going to do. Let's control it here locally. We're going to take your mortgage and we're going to take the interest, and we'll take 25% off that interest. You get a discount of 25% from the bank, and we're going to put that in a fund. We're not going to charge you, let's say your taxes are, I don't know, $8,000 a year, $5,000 a year. You're only going to have to pay 25% of those taxes. We're going to take the rest and put it in a fund for you. So everybody has a fund. So the states, the county, the locals will control it. So there's enough money if somebody's in a flood, this 100-year flood map, which means you're not anywhere near the water, and you have something catastrophic, the money is there. Let the states take care of it. See, everything should be local, like welfare. I always tell you welfare is a joke. Welfare shouldn't be federal. Food stamps shouldn't be federal. Nobody controls it. Look what happened with the VA. They just, talking about stupidity, they just paid 700 veterans that were dead. They were dead. They sent them checks for what, $37 million. $37 million. They didn't know they were dead. The government, it can't do anything right. The people in government, they just can't do things right. That's why they go work for the government. They can't make it. They can't make it on the outside. So this FEMA deal, they take the money, they go gamble with it, they go party with it. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's so corrupt. This FEMA's got to go. There's better way to protect our people who are not trying to hurt anybody, who are just living in a home, and the government wants to designate it part of a 100-year plain. We can protect them, as I just mentioned. We can protect them without everybody in the country getting screwed. If you live in the North Carolina mountains, why should you be paying for somebody that wants to build a house right on the ocean? You're out of your mind. Anyways, let's make some money.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
Okay, you know, the 3%, remember the 3% GDP? The big three, we went from 2.6% to 3%. What a joke that was. I wonder how everybody felt about that yesterday. Remember when everybody said how the market was terrific, the economy's really growing, we're up to 3%. That was such a bunch of baloney. It was stupid. We didn't grow from 2.6% to 3.6% because of consumption. Everybody said, oh, that's because of strong consumers, strong consumption. No, would it surprise you to know that how we got from 2.6 to 3% because utility bills went up? That's right. Utility bills went up. Mortgages went up. Costs went up on almost everything. Nobody volunteered to pay higher utility bills, higher food bills. That's how they got to that 2.6 to 3%. Can you imagine? But nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. It's ridiculous. So it was increase in cost of rent. So this contribution, this great consumption they're talking about, this wonderful consumption, strong consumers, was nothing more than increase of cost of rents and mortgages, utilities, and food and stuff like that. There was a little bit of money that came in for, they said, well, some of the reason we grew is because companies were taking profits and doing capital investment. Oh, really? Well, companies, what they do, okay, what they've been doing, they take the money and put it in capital investments, and then they fire you. They fire you. They take your job and they export it. So it's just like our trade deficit. Our trade deficit is a joke. The trade deficit gets bigger and bigger. $65 billion a month. And I never understood this trade deficit. We keep the dollar weak, which is associated with weak economy. So a handful of companies can export their goods overseas. And they said the other day, well, the reason the GDP went up from 2.6 to 3% because of the profits of the companies. Well, how did they get the profits? They got the profits by taking your job and getting rid of you to save money. And they put the job overseas. What are you, nuts? We'll be right back. Take a look at some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
Well, all of the tools you've put together for us have just given us so much confidence.
I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence than when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work. I love the chart.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best.
And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Listen to Phil, join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Did you know the stock market is up over 250% in the past 8 years? And some financial experts say we're only in the 8th year of a 20-year bull market. But what if the market takes a downturn? What will happen to your 401k? What will happen to your retirement nest egg? You remember 2008-2009 when your 401k dropped big time. Americans lost over $2.4 trillion, or over 25% of their investments. At philsgang.com, we teach you to keep your investments and to secure your financial future. With philsgang.com, you'll learn how to understand to invest in the stock market and how to keep the profits you work so hard for. Avoid the financial pain. Don't be exposed to losing your retirement nest egg. Take control and secure your investments with philsgang.com. Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food, in addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
They offer a free weekend seminar class. They put big dazzling names with their programs. But are they really just offering a sales pitch? At philsgang.com, we are the leader in teaching, informing, and helping members understand stock charting, investing in the stock market, and making true profits. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provides daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you could imagine. Plus, the philsgang.com friendly customer support team is available when you need us most. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market? Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264.
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, the wonderful thing about investing in stocks and you're using charts is you don't have to know anything about the company. Now, you know, for the last couple of weeks, I've been saying, why don't you join my gang and follow me with a couple of these oil stocks. Take XES. And I said, it's just starting out, XES. You got plenty of time to get in, and you still do today. If you want to join the gang and follow me in XES. Now, XES is up 8% since it's turned green. 8%. We got a long way to go. So join the gang and follow me with XES. XES is an exchange-traded fund. So it's an ETF. And you just do exactly what I do. It's a basket of companies, and it's in the oil industry. And just follow me and do what I do every day. It just takes you a minute. Not even a minute. Not even a minute. Just I'll tell you what to do. So you got a basket of these beautiful oil stocks, and they're involved in maintaining rigs and that sort of thing. So XES. So that's done beautifully. Another stock that's done well is RIG. RIG. And RIG is an oil service stock. It's a driller. It's doing beautifully. And RIG, again, here's what's beautiful about RIG. When RIG turned, when RIG was at $7.05, and it was red, and it went all the way up. It went all the way up to about $8.31. It went up 17% before it turned green. Now you're going to say, well, wait a minute, then you left a lot of money on the table. No, that's not how you think. What a beautiful chart to tell you while it's going up, it warns you not to get in because it's not the institutional buyer. The Bank of America, the Citigroup, the big institutions are not putting enough money in. So it tells you that by staying red. How good is that? Do you think your broker can do that? You think your planner can do that? What are you, nuts? Of course not. So then it finally turned green. And now the stock is doing very well. And RIG, since it's turned green, is now up about 13%. About 13%. So, again, what a good feeling to know that you weren't in that stock while it had what they call risk on. You got into the stock when risk came off. And then when it turns red again, then you'll be getting out, or better yet, shorting. Talk about shorting. People are so afraid of making money when a market goes down. Now, we know we're going to have the biggest collapse in history because we know that the stock market, remember, we had this 250% rally. Most of it was based on printing of money. Take the money, the Federal Reserve, they went and bought from the banks all their treasuries so they could give them cash to start lending, which they never lent. What they did, they gave it to their boys on Wall Street, and they kept it themselves to prop their stocks up. And now there's that $4.4 trillion on their balance sheet. We talked about this yesterday. She has never gotten rid of that $4.4 trillion. Now we start going into a new recession, which we're close to doing. She cannot go into the banks who are going to be in trouble and say to them, I'm going to take all of these treasuries and I'm going to give you cash so you can keep lending. When, as I told you yesterday, when banks get in trouble, they stop lending. The economy starts collapsing. The market starts to crash because the financial system stops. And then banks won't loan to each other. That's what happened in 2008. It's going to happen again. And because they got so greedy and they never sold off those treasuries, they should have sold it off in 2012. There's no room to go buy again from the banks their treasuries that they now have and to give them cash to keep the recession from happening. So you got to learn how to take advantage and short. There's nothing wrong with shorting. Now the banks, small banks, community banks, one bank is called ZION, okay? ZION, Zions Bank Corp. This stock, once it turned red, this stock dropped 9% and it's still red. 9% it dropped. I don't know what the bank does. All I know it's a small community bank. I could care less. But once it turned red, I was able to go in and sell it short. And when it starts turning green, I'll just take my position off. How easy is that? Because it's a color-coded chart. When it turns green, you go long. But let's just talk about the downside, because you're going to be facing a correction in the market. And all that money that's in your mutual fund, you're going to give it all back because they will not take you out of those mutual funds. They're going to keep you in. They're going to keep cost averaging it down. They're going to take their best stocks and they're going to cash them out so they can show you they've been making money for you. And they keep all their dogs. And their dogs keep on going down until you're totally wiped out. Here's another good stock. STI. Now, that's a small bank. That's SunTrust. Everybody knows SunTrust, right? SunTrust. Now, think of this bank. This turned red. It started to turn red around $57. And it's still red now around $53. So we're down about... So we're down 7%. So that means when this started to turn red, you had the opportunity to sell it short. So you got to be in a position to make money when the stock market goes down. That's why you should join my gang. And it's so easy with today's color-coded charts. It's so easy. So easy. Or why don't you take and short the entire basket of the big banks? There's 9 big banks, the biggest banks in the country. You can sell them all short in one basket. And if you did so far, right now these banks are going down. They're still going down. And this bank is down about 5%. Or you can take all the community banks and short them as a basket. But the point is, would you buy a car and not have reverse in the car? Of course not. Would you buy anything with just an on button and never have the off button? Of course not. So why is it in stocks we tend to just buy? And then when it comes back down, we let the brokers and the planners tell us to buy more of it when it gets worse. You don't buy more of it when it comes down. You buy more of it when it makes a new high. Never buy or add to your position when it pulls back. You always hear them, buy in the pullback, buy in the pullback. No, if a stock's at $10 and it pulls back to $5, you don't buy it at $5. They'll tell you, oh, cost average down. No. If it's at 10 and it comes back to 5, wait till it gets up to above 10, because the test of stocks are always at the top. And when a stock makes a new high after it pulled back, that's where you buy it. And the color-coded chart will tell you that. It'll turn green when that happens. Always buy on a new high. That's how you create wealth. What are you going to do? Continue to pay crazy fees for the exchange-traded funds, the mutual funds? Those fees are a killer. What, $3 for every $100 you invest? $3 it costs you for every $100. Where if you're doing an ETF spider, like the gold, it's only 14 cents. That makes a big difference. The 401k index mutual funds, too expensive. They failed. These 401ks failed because of the expense and the hidden expense. What do you need a mutual fund? You can go, and I just gave you all the banks. Buy a basket. Here, you could have bought all the banks. You could have bought the banks on June 7th. And they went from $23, and they didn't turn red until it got to $25, $24. And when it turned red, you had a nice 8%. You didn't have to know anything about the banks. Once it turned green, you bought it, and then when it turned red, you get out. Or better yet, you short it. Look, 877-600-GANG. Join my gang for $39.95. Follow me. Continue to follow me, especially with these oil and gold stocks. They're still working. Call now. Sign up. They're waiting for your call. 877-600-GANG, or go to my site, philsgang.com. We'll be right back with some more ideas.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
Well, all of the tools you put together for us have just given us so much confidence.
I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
And you're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
Phil, keep up the good work. I love the chart.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best. And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Listen to Phil, join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Did you know the stock market is up over 250% in the past 8 years? And some financial experts say we're only in the 8th year of a 20-year bull market. But what if the market takes a downturn? What will happen to your 401k? What will happen to your retirement nest egg? You remember 2008-2009 when your 401k dropped big time. Americans lost over $2.4 trillion, or over 25% of their investments. At philsgang.com, we teach you to keep your investments and to secure your financial future. With philsgang.com, you'll learn how to understand to invest in the stock market and how to keep the profits you work so hard for. Avoid the financial pain. Don't be exposed to losing your retirement nest egg. Take control and secure your investments with philsgang.com. Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. You know, I get so grumpy when I keep hearing how the economy is very strong, right?
I think the U.S. economy is in very good shape.
The stocks have been strong. The global economy is improving.
No, that's not true at all. What is strong, or the 250% rally we had since 2009, what has been strong is the strength of the liquidity that's put into the market, the strength of printing money out of thin air, not only in the U.S. economy, in the U.S. market, but around the world. All the central banks, like our central bank, printing and printing and printing, and you keep taking that liquidity and pushing it into the banks, and you give it to the banks, and you give it to the 1 percentile who take that money at 0%, and they keep buying their own, these companies keep buying their own stock back. That's what made it. We don't have a strong economy. We have a strong printing machine. The printing machine is like Hercules. It never stops. 24 hours, it keeps printing, 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 and you give it to the CEO of Caterpillar, which should be, the stock should be down 60% from where it is right now. Do you know that? Caterpillar should be down 60% from where it is right now. That's right. It's 60% too high. In fact, a lot of the stocks are 50 and 62% too high. That's where the bubble is, because we take the Hercules printing machine, and we keep printing and printing 24 hours a day, and then we go over to Caterpillar and we give Caterpillar CEO the money free so they can go buy their own shares back, so they have fewer shares, and they take their earnings or profits, spread them over fewer shares, which artificially pushes up their earnings. It pushes up the stock. That's the bubble. So you've got to be prepared. Yes, it's been great riding this whole rally up, but it's over. This rally is going to be over because they can't keep printing and buying the treasuries to keep interest rates down to zero, so that Trump, when he doubles the cost, remember, with everything he's going to do and the bills he gets through, the interest is not going to be $257 billion anymore he's got to pay at the end of each year. It's going to be double that. Double that. He's doubling the interest. That's going to kill us. He's got to grow the economy faster then that debt he's growing, or we're going to go into a deep recession or even a depression. But nobody gets it. And you know it, so what? I'm glad nobody gets it. Because we're going to be ready when that happens. In the meantime, we'll ride this thing and keep riding it up until that happens. That's the beautiful thing. You haven't got to know anything about the companies. But here's the thing. The strong consumption, the consumers, when they came and say, we went from 2.6% to 3% GDP. Really? It was because of the weak dollar. It's because, you know what's really stupid? It's the trade deficit. What we're saying is, let's keep the dollar very, very weak so that we can give a handful of the multinational companies like GE and the other gangsters can go and sell their stuff overseas. What do we gain by that? Nothing. Think about it. We print this money, right? We suppress it. We keep the dollar weak, and a weak dollar is a weak economy. Remember that. So they can go over and compete. But wait a minute. When we have the weak dollar, then what we're doing is we're importing $405 billion more than we're exporting. So we're buying, think of it this way here, we're importing $405 billion worth of chairs. So we're importing $405 billion worth of chairs, and everybody's excited about that because we can do that because the dollar's weak, so we can import stuff and put it in Home Depot, all these chairs, okay, very cheap. We can buy them cheap. Well, we have to buy them cheap because the $405 billion worth of chairs, we don't have the jobs building them. We're creating jobs for China. How stupid is that? I never got that. How stupid is that? We are supplying jobs to China, to Vietnam, to Laos, to other countries. We're supplying jobs to them to make the chairs that we can buy cheap. We have to buy them cheap because we can't get a job, because we have no jobs. All the chair makers we sent, they're all over in Vietnam, in China, Korea. Are you kidding? How stupid. And here's what I love. Well, the reason why we keep the dollar low, we can export more. We can export more goods. And we can keep our jobs by exporting more goods. But we still have a trade deficit. The only reason it doesn't work is because we got the trade deficit. And why do we have a trade deficit? Because we never put in place an oil policy where we finally be freed up from buying 10.1 million gallons of 10.1 million barrels of oil a day from 5 countries. That's right. We depend on 5 countries to supply us with 10.1 million barrels of oil a day. And that is expensive oil. So whatever we save by keeping the dollar low so that we can send our goods overseas, whatever they say we're saving is a lie, because we give up those gains when we have to buy the oil. If we didn't have to buy the oil, then there'd be no trade deficit. And then we could keep our dollar strong. So we can say to the multinationals, the hell with you, a handful of you. Then we could take care of our companies, our small and mid-sized companies in this country, about 600,000 of them, compared to 150 multinational companies. We could keep the 600,000 companies, small mid-cap companies in this country strong, because they need a strong dollar. This thing of a weak dollar, keeping the dollar weak so we can export, is a joke. Trade deficits are a joke. Nobody should favor a weak dollar to help increase exports for a handful of multinational companies. Are you kidding? See, 65 to 70% of the revenues that come from these companies, these multinational companies, 65 to 70% of the revenues go to them. They make it from overseas, but it doesn't dribble down to us. We don't get any jobs out of it. We get nothing out of it. When you import 460 billion more goods than we export, we're creating jobs for the other side. How stupid. It's not working. It's not working. In fact, this GDP growth in the second quarter from 2.6% to 3%, what a joke. We were told that most of that contribution came from strong consumer spending because Americans are consuming China's goods. Because Now that the dollar's so weak and we import all this stuff, this cheap stuff, we keep buying and buying and buying. But it doesn't benefit us. We need jobs. We don't need to buy a cheap chair. We need a job to build a chair here in this country. You should have a riot. People don't get it. We now have 65,000 fewer manufacturing jobs now, today, than the day that Trump was inaugurated. Because we're importing $460 billion more in goods than we export. We got to be tough on trade. This is crazy. We send tires over there, they double the price. We don't do that when they send their tires over here. So this whole scenario, weak dollar is good. It's not. We can't grow. And when you have a weak dollar, remember, you got to keep buying that oil from Canada, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Venezuela. 10.1 million barrels a day. A weak dollar kills you. And see, when you have the weak dollar, we can't save. We can't grow jobs. We can't grow the economy. And that's why we don't expand. That's why for 8 years under Obama, we had a GDP of 2%. We're not growing. When they said 3% last week, they're talking about 1/4, and they're going to adjust that down. We are still at the same place right now, 9 months later, than we were when Obama left. The trade deficit, hell with it. We got to get an oil policy in, and we got to just keep drilling oil here, open up the fields in Alaska and all these other places. Let's produce our own oil, our own gas, so we don't need Saudi Arabia. We don't need Venezuela or Canada. If we get rid of Canada, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Venezuela, and Nigeria, and they allow us to drill here in the U.S., guess what? We could have a strong dollar. And with a strong dollar, that's a strong economy. But in the meantime, join my gang so that you don't care if the market goes down or the market goes up. We can create wealth. And remember, when you do create wealth, remember St. Jude. Join my gang right now, 877-600-GANG. Go to my site, philsgang.com. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.